Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mr.KB. It is September 10th, 2015. It's a little late, so I'm not going to scream in this video, even though I kind of want to in a way. But I'm not going to. And again, like every other video that I make, this is all my personal opinions. These things, I guess, in reality, only matter to me and maybe like one or two other people out there. I'm just being real with myself. But anyways, so here's a scoop. If you guys have watched my channel, if you guys are long time viewers, again, I like to take every advantage to say thank you guys so much for letting me into your homes and spending time with me. But if you guys know me, you know I mainly game on my on PlayStation, Sony consoles, and on PC. That has been a majority of my gaming. I haven't owned an Xbox since the original Xbox, the big black bricky monster of a console that it was when it came out. It was a good console, but the Microsoft ecosystem never really appealed to me. And once Sony adopted that ecosystem or a similar type of ecosystem, meaning that you have to pay for online services, which is new to the PS4. Hold on, stupid thing is humming. Meaning paying for online. I was already invested in the Sony platform as a whole, PSP, PS3, PS4, PS Vita, just you're already involved. It's kind of like the people between Android and iPhones, iMac, people who keep buying iPhones are people who already invested in said product. Even though my personal opinion, I prefer Android over iPhone. Everybody has their own personal preference. And that's understandable. I'm not trying to diss anybody who has, if you're different than me, you're different than me. We're different people. That's just how things are. We're different. Gaming's supposed to bring us together, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But anyways, so I do have an Xbox Live account. I started it when I played Viva Pinata on my PC because Viva Pinata, it was a fantastic game. One of Rare's, I think, last really good games that they made. And then I continued it because I had Gears of War on PC, and both of those games had Xbox Live for PC, or games for Windows Live, or whatever the hell it is that they called it. The one thing that they did that was kind of smart was that you didn't need to pay to actually be a member of that. You didn't need to actually be a part of anything. You just kind of play it, online play it. I think you still have to pay for it at the beginning, but they kind of let that go, and then they just canceled Windows for Live altogether. But anyway, that's when I started my account. If you have been following my channel, you know that I used to introduce myself as Cornbeaner. Many of my IDs, such as my Steam account, my PlayStation account, one of my Blizzard accounts, and pretty much just about anywhere that you see Cornbeaner, spelled Kornbeaner, is me. I have seen some fakers out there that use it, and the name comes from the band Korn and Beaner. Reason why that is because in high school I fell in love with the band Korn. I mean, not so much now, but in high school they were the greatest thing, and to this day I still think Issues is one of the greatest albums I have ever listened to. One of my favorite albums, period. Even to this day, I love the songs in that album. But as high school goes, and it's kind of the same everywhere, there were certain people who didn't like the fact that their favorite band, that their I guess, like, closet super hard rock, new metal, whatever the hell it is you want to call the music that they did and do, they weren't happy that they were becoming mainstream. Then all of a sudden you had an influx of people who went there in the beginning, me being one of those influxes. I started liking them around Got the Life, which was on the Follow the Leader album. And I listened to that album. I think the album's pretty good. I don't think any of the songs that were made videos out of were all that great, but the songs in the album itself was good. I really liked Adidas. Now, for anybody who doesn't know Adidas, I would recommend checking Korn Adidas. And as a teenager, with angst, that song really kind of it touches you in a way, And a perverted, yeah, that's me kind of way, and kind of makes you realize why it is that you kind of think that way. And then Issues came out, and oh man, Issues blew my mind. I loved it. I listened to it every day, like from the time school started to the time school ended. I should have been paying attention in class. I didn't. But anyways, a guy called me he called me a corn beaner straight out. The dude was like, under his breath, it's like, man, I hate the fact that corn's becoming so mainstream. All these stupid corn beaners coming, and he straight looked at me, like straight, just like I was like, gee, like, is this dude like serious? Like, growing up, of course, the first thing is always you want to fight somebody, but speaking the way that I speak, sometimes you may think, oh, this guy didn't care about getting in trouble school. I kind of did care about getting in trouble school, just because that's the one thing that I didn't like to be heard at home. You can say that I was lazy in class or whatever. He didn't do his homework. All this stuff was true. But once I got in trouble in class, I hated it. So, that was when like everything just kind of popped. You know what I'm saying? What can I do that would bug this guy more instead of just beating his ass? His little racist ass right here on the spot on those steps that he sat in. And I was like, you know what? I'm adopting that. I'm adapting that right there. I'm gonna be corn beaner. Straight out. That moment right there in a split second. Yeah, I'm a corn beaner. So what? And that was it. As soon as I didn't make anything more out of what he just said, as soon as I said, yeah, that's me, corn beaner, what? This dude shut his mouth for the rest of the school year. Or at least he did towards me anyways. And that kind of just became the thing. And from that moment, I think I was like 15 at the time, so it's been like 17 years ago, I became corn beaner. AOL, I was corn beaner. Anywhere that I went, even, I even have, like a bunch of stuff that just has corn beaner from back in the days, probably when I was part of a clan, blah, 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 all the geeky, nerdy crap that I tried to do back in the days. And that's always been my thing. Now, as I got older, I understand that the word beaner is one of sensitivity, especially in today's social climate. Everybody wants to call you racist. Everybody wants to be the right one. Everybody wants to be the sensitive and the politically correct one. I didn't care about political correctness. That's what I called myself. And to a small degree, that's what all minorities do. Whether you guys want to believe it or not, that is what we actually do. There are certain things that minorities themselves can call themselves that other people can't call you, even in a jokingly manner. Because one, it could be racist. And two, depending on what neighborhood you're in, you're going to get shot for saying it. That's just the way the world works. Does it make any sense? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but that's the way the world is. So I was corn beaner. If somebody called me a beaner, yes, I would be upset. But if somebody kind of recognized me and kind of knew that was my gamer tag, like, hey, what's up, corn beaner? I'd be like, hey, what's up, bro? And when I got into the Street Fighter community, the first two people that I met were Combo Jack and Mike Ross. And he probably doesn't even remember meeting me, but whatever. Those are the first two people I met. And they were nice enough. They talked to me. And then every time Combo Jack would actually see me, he wouldn't really know my real name, but he knew who Corn Beaner was because it was unique. Because I guess nobody could ever fathom that somebody would want to be Corn Beaner, but that's part of the reason why I stuck with that tag was because it sticks. It becomes unique. It sticks with you. If people go, who's this Corn Beaner guy? You can point them out if you have met me before. That's what it was. And when I got into the Street Fighter community, right when Vanilla came out, that was what it was. And it always meant something to me. Even when I used to play StarCraft really hardcore back at Wings of Liberty, and when I started this channel, actually, I was playing online. Sure enough, hey, Corn Beaner. And it became a thing like, hey, do you have that channel on YouTube? And sure enough, I was like, yeah, GLHF, good luck, have fun. And it was like, hey, I really like some of the videos you do, blah, blah, blah. And it became a thing because it became unique. It became a part of who I am. Now, again, I understand that is not how these things typically work. Just taking out the corn part and just being a beaner. And I've gotten some flack for it also on my YouTube channel. That's racist. And that's fine. Again, I'm not trying to be politically correct. That's just what the name means to me. Uniqueness, me not letting society or some little asshole, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Some little asshole bug me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna own it, and maybe it wasn't the right thing to do. Maybe I should just beat his ass 17 years ago. But I took a different approach. So as I said, I have it on my Sony tag. I'm on Steam. Bunch of other different accounts have it. Now, when I came to sign up for my Xbox Live account, which kind of started this whole stupid rant thing, I tried to use Cornbeaner. Kornbeaner. Cornbeaner. It said no because it violated their naming policies or whatever it is, policies that they had back in those days. So one of the ways I got around it was instead of E's, I used 3's. So it would still be Cornbeaner, but with 3's. And I had it for, Viva Pinata, that's 2006 that I bought it, I want to say. 2007 that I bought it. And no problems whatsoever up until recently. Almost 8 years later, 7 years later, I get an email from Microsoft saying your gamer tag has been marked inappropriate by our parties, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going, damn, like seriously, man, like damn, Here's this link if you want to change it. Click on the link, come to find out that you changed my gamer tag from Cornbeaner, forcefully changed my gamer tag from Cornbeaner to, the hell is this thing called? Fainting Fawn and some numbers in the end. Man, that's just stupid gamer tag. Stupid. It doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't nothing. Part of a gamer tag is that it means something to you. Now, if you find it offensive, I understand. I'll go by your policies. This hasn't been a problem in 7-8 years, and it just became a problem. And I understand corporate America changes all the time. For whatever reason, you want to be the politically correct police, and you find the fact that I have the word beaner as part of a gamer tag offensive, racist, inappropriate. I completely understand it. And that part is not even the part that angers me. So I go on the link, try all these different tags that I started using, all these different monikers that I started using because I joke around with my friends that way, and if they see me, even if it's just my friends, they'll know, hey, that's Mo, that's the homie. So I start, and all of them are taken. And then, the only options I have is to use those tags with numbers at the end. It's like, no, that's not, I don't want a tag with numbers in the end. That takes away the uniqueness of it. That takes away, I guess, the meaning from it. I don't want to use any words before. I don't want to, no, I want my unique gamer tag. And again, I understand I can't use them because the way that most of these systems works, outside of, I'm going to say Battle.net, and I don't know what else may use this system, is Battle.net gives you a tag, it then gives you a 4-digit number at the end, or 3-digit number, whatever digit numbers. I think it's always 4. But essentially, there can be 1,000 Cornbeaners, but you yourself don't have to give yourself the numbers. They will give you the numbers. So it'll be Cornbeaner and then whatever random number Battle.net gives you. That doesn't work on Sony. It doesn't work on PlayStation. Doesn't work on anything else. It doesn't work on Xbox Live. I don't think it works on Steam that way. It's always like, this has been taken. And again, that's fine. I understand that people out there want to do the same thing, maybe blah, 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 whatever the case may be. You're dealing with millions of people trying to use a tag that maybe they think is good for them. And again, understood. That's just the way the world works. So I go through them, and I'm going, no lies, spent way more time than I had to, this video. And then I go, all they did, and you can call me wrong if you guys want. If you guys have an Xbox Live gamer tag, you guys can call me wrong if you guys like. I don't expect Microsoft to even answer to this video. I don't expect any type of resolution from this. But all that Microsoft did was disable a user's ability to have special characters in their gamer tags. You know how I know this? Because I tried the same thing with the with trying to find a new gamer tag for Xbox Live. I tried special characters and it wouldn't let me. It would tell me to check the name over and try again. I was like, well, what are they talking about? Like, there's no way that this could actually be used, like in these different instances. If you read the small print under trying to change your name, it straight out specifies that it has to be, any letter from A to Z and any number from 0 to 9. The gamer tag cannot start with the number, cannot have any blank spaces at the end. The one thing that it can't be that's not noted there are special characters. So then I started going, wait, so they forcefully changed my gamer tag to some stupid fainting fawn random number generator gamer tag because I used 3s instead of E's. And those are not even special characters. I guess it was just the way that it was written they didn't like. And here's how I know that that's what happened. Because I straight out on their website typed in Cornbeaner. Kornbeaner. Clicked it. Straight out said, available, claim it. I'm not even lying. As soon as I saw that, I was like, are you kidding me right now? You wouldn't let me use this gamer tag 8 years ago. But now all of a sudden, with your changes and whatever else it is that you're doing, you're letting me use this. So I was like, all right, cool. I wanted it to be fully spelled out anyways. I go to claim it. Boop. Pop-up screen. $10. Straight up. Trying to charge me $10. And that's not even the part that got me. The part that got me even more upset was the fact that it straight says on the upper right of that little screen says, first gamer tag change free of charge. Now, I've been Cornbeaner with 3s instead of E's, not spelled out, of course, replaced, for we're going to say 8 years now on Xbox Live. Some way, somehow, your little squad of goons didn't like it, or the machine said, yeah, he's going to have to redo this. And the force change literally was my free change. So they, in fact, with their force gamer tag change on my name, took my free gamer tag change. It counted as my free one. I didn't want that stupid name, but they took it. Now, before everybody gets all upset and be like, well, you deserve it because Cornbeaner is racist, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. If they don't want Cornbeaner spewing bullets during Call of Duty games and sniping fools in Halo and drifting in Forza 6, that's fine. They have every right within the EULA and every other piece of terms of service agreement that people don't read and click to say, we don't like your username, we don't like your tag, we're going to disable it until you change it. And that's fine. That part I completely understand and have no problem with whatsoever. But you're gonna take away a free product that you gave me because you deemed my original corn beaner tag with 3s instead of E's to be inappropriate. But yet, when I go to change it, I can straight out spell corn beaner, spelled correctly the way that I want to spell it, claim it, and use it. So what the hell was the point of even changing my damn thing to begin with? That's the part that has me upset. That's the part that has me going. That's the part that I don't understand. That is a bad user experience. You saw, and this is going to be my theory, and this is the way I'm going to see it. You saw somebody, me, had an account name that you didn't like for whatever reason. You put it through a randomizer, you put them through an automation machine, you went through variants of all the racist terms due to political climate right now, and you just didn't want it on your service. Again, that's fine. You can do that. EULA, in terms of service, says you can do that. You deemed it inappropriate. You randomly changed my name to just be gone with it and wash away. And you're asking me to change it. And I'm going to repeat the shit again because it just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe if I repeat it, it'll make sense to me. In this video, we can have an epiphany together. You change it. You ask me to change mines if I want to change mines to something that's unique to me, something that describes me as a gamer. But yet now, I can use the gamer tag that I was not allowed to use 8 years ago because your machine at that time said it's inappropriate. And again, that's fine. I understand that part. But now I can use it for the low price of $10. Kind of crazy shit is that? And sorry that I'm cussing. I'm really sorry. But what kind of shit is that? I can't use something 8 years ago, but now I can use it. But it's going to cost me $10 to use it. But even though a variant of that same name is deemed inappropriate, that's got to be America for you, doesn't it? That has to be corporate America for you. Hey, who has a free tag that they need changed? Oh, look. Probably millions of people who have not used that free gamer tag change. And you did a bunch of edge cases that if it sounded or was spelled, and I know they got those guys that have special characters, it could literally be a bunch of people who have unique gamer tags, just spell special characters that ran to the same thing with me. I think mine is more of an edge case. I had something that some people deem racist. And rightfully so. The word beaner is racist. That's just how it is. But like I said in the beginning of this video, there are certain things that one minority group can call each other within a group of themselves that other people cannot call them. I was calling myself a corn beaner. But there's other people who probably had something like Aladdin. They wanted to be Aladdin. Instead of an A, they used an @ sign. Guess what? I'm pretty sure that guy got an email saying, you know what? Your tag is inappropriate. And we changed it to blah, 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 random numbers. If you'd like to change it, please visit this link. And the dude tried to change it, found one that he likes. $10. Is Microsoft really that hard up for cash? that they have to wipe away the one free thing that's associated with Xbox Live and make people pay $10. Because that's what it's looking like. This is straight out looking kind of like gamer extortion. It's looking like a straight out shakedown of gamers. Now, people may think I'm taking that too far. Maybe they think whatever it is they're going to think, and that's fine. They can think that. But this is what I'm going to think. I'm straight out thinking this is a low-level gamer shakedown. How can we, as a company, bring in $10 million in revenue? Oh, I know. We'll take these 1 million users who still have their free gamer tag change, look for edge cases, and look for anything that just we can deem inappropriate for whatever reason, because the email actually states that your tag has been changed, this is finalized, and don't even bother contacting customer support because they will not be able to help you. So there's not even a way to challenge this. There's not even a way to be like, why did I get tagged? They will not talk to you about this thing. So at that point, if you're already invested in Xbox, you don't have any option but to fork over $10 so you can play with your friends again. That's crappy customer service. That is a bad customer experience. That is just beyond crappy. Now, as I said, I am not personally invested in the Microsoft ecosystem right now. And you guys can call me a liar for saying what I'm about to say next, and that's all fine and dandy. But I was actually interested in buying an Xbox One, the Forza 6 edition, because the 4GT is one of my favorite cars. I saw this car at E3, the one they had displayed in the Forza 6 booth or little aisle that they had right there. And oh my god, that car is so beautiful. And then they have like the whole blue Xbox One with the 4GT controller, and it comes with Forza 6. I was like, damn, man, like, I don't like Xbox, but I might need to get me this. Because I thought it looked nice, like it'd be cool to have around the house. And then to top it off, wifey likes Banjo-Kazooie. You know what they just released was the whole Rare collection on 1 disc or 2 disc or however many discs it is, and you're able to get those games and play on the Xbox One. So at some point, yeah, you know, as a nerd, as a geek, whatever it is that we are, you can use emulators, you can just use whatever, and that's fine for me. The wife is not so tech savvy. She's not gonna come here and load a ROM and do all this stuff and try to configure and play with the keyboard, try to configure the controller every single time she needs to play this game. She wants convenience. That is what gaming on the console brings. It brings convenience. The convenience of having a disc, looking for the game that you can pop in to your Xbox One and play it. And that's what the Rare collection would have given her. But now with this little thing, over $10, mind you, I don't even want to deal with it. I don't even want to go into that if that's the kind of crap that I have to deal with. Now, not every company is perfect. Sony has had their breaches, and my information is probably somewhere out there. I don't know. You know, they just got sued for the Vita and falsifies and false advertising, or at least that's what the class action lawsuit said. But I got $25 off of that, so I'm not even complaining about that. Whatever. I didn't even really pay attention to the Vita. I just know that I wanted it, and I bought one. And class action lawsuit, I was entitled to $25. Boom, I got $25. Yeah, but they're not perfect. Nintendo's not perfect. Steam ain't perfect. You know, there's no company that's perfect. Every company has their evil. It's just what evil do we want to deal with? I was about to deal with another set of evil trying to go into Microsoft, but after this, I don't even want to do it. Straight out, trying to shake me down for $10 at this point. I'm like, you know, it's not even worth it. And it's not that I can't just like create another account, and that's not the point. You know, the point is some of the niceties or some of the experiences for me, anyways, is okay. Look, like let's say I got the Xbox One, I got my Forza, I start getting my little achievements. I start playing Xbox One games. I start playing Halo 5, and I start playing Killer Instinct, and I start seeing all these things. And all of a sudden, in 2016, I have like just a list of achievements that I completed in Xbox One, and I can go, damn, they won me over. Because if you look at my last 8 years, I have like maybe 4 or 5 games with like 20%, 40%, 2%, 1%, 0%, because I just started the game but didn't actually achieve anything in it. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, Microsoft must be doing something right, because this year alone I have 5, 6, 7 games, and all of them have 60% trophies on them, or 60% achievements on them. And it's just nice to kind of always take that throwback nostalgia, man. I'm getting older. I'm about to be 33. You know what I'm saying? It's always the nostalgic factor of looking where you've been and where you are now, and knowing that the reason why the experience changes because you as a person, you grew, you were able to, I guess, to a degree, afford the new nice things that you weren't able to afford before. And maybe I'm making too much of it, but that's how much I think about gaming. That's how much I love gaming. Is like all this stuff actually means something to me. I like looking back, and I like to relive the journey to where I am now. Because the reason why I bought Viva Pinata, believe it or not, is because I found it at a Big Lots for $5 on clearance. That was the reason why I bought that. Gears of War on PC, same thing, on clearance for $6 at Big Lots. And that's the part that I'm gonna be erasing by going and just creating a whole brand new account. Is that I would literally be erasing that part. Like, yeah, I'll remember it, but there's no time frame, there's no timeline of me taking that journey. And that's the part that really has me angry. Because it's easy enough to start another silver account. It's easy enough. But literally at this point, to keep my timeline intact, and even that says in the small print that when I go to get my information for my new account after I pay $10, I may even lose that information. So, Microsoft, I hope that you trying to shake me down for $10 was worth losing I'm going to say a 95% potential customer for the future. I will most likely be spending that money on Sony and Nintendo now. I do have a Wii U, by the way. Plan on getting a new 3DS. I was going to get an Xbox One with that money, but after this, I just nah. It's just talking about it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Just and again, if you want to go blah blah blah, you're stupid because Sony blah. Look, that's not what this was about. This was about my experience and how it leaves. I'm not saying don't go buy an Xbox One. If you want to go buy an Xbox One, go buy an Xbox One. It's your money. It's your parents' money. It's your birthday money. It's your Christmas money. It's whatever the hell. It's your money. If you want one, get one. I don't care about that. I don't care how you spend your time gaming. I really don't. I could not give less F's. This is just the way I feel. This is the way I feel. It's a bad experience, and it's an experience that just I don't want to deal with getting an Xbox One and dealing with the whole Xbox Live ecosystem and having to deal with that crap. I don't even want to deal with it. I really don't. It's the same reason why I don't mess with iPhones, because I don't like the ecosystem. And sometimes when you're ready to adopt and you're not there yet, it's going to be the experiences leading up to you getting that, to bring that into your home, bringing that and dealing with that evil. And I was ready, but now I'm not. I don't want to deal with it. So this video has ran a lot longer than I thought it was going to. And if you guys watched the whole thing, well, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, so I don't know what I'm hoping to bring in the future. It's been really hectic for me lately and just crazy stuff. And hopefully we can spend more time together. It is football season, so if Kaepernick fails again this year, you're probably going to see a lot more random videos this year than you guys did last season. But anyways, this has been Mr. KB. Thank you guys for watching so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.